I'm going to tell you what my first impressions were after I received a little child into this world, mainly Lucy. And this is who I'm talking about right here. Lucy. Can you say hi? I don't know if you can hear her very well. Let's try it one more time. Can you say hi? Microphone. Can you say hi? I don't think she's actually going to say it, but that's okay. All right, so when I was a new dad, I didn't know what to think. I of course don't have everything figured out about fatherhood and everything. But let me share with you this most profound moment in the world that I've ever experienced. And I know I keep saying that, but this really is the most profound moment I've ever experienced. So Liz was going into labor, and by the way, she's incredible, and she has the world's greatest pain tolerance. And she might kind of downplay the whole birth thing, but the doctor said that it was some of the worst he'd ever seen, as in like physical trauma. But you couldn't tell, according to Liz and her demeanor. So what she went through was really comparable, if not more comparable, to what some Navy SEALs go through. Nothing against Navy SEALs, but something really against some women who are like, oh yeah, whatever, it's no big deal. I'm sorry, my wife went through hell. And she survived. She's an incredible person. But anyway, it's not a competition. Let me tell you what happened when little Lucy came out. I was holding Liz's hand, and oh man, she was squeezing it hard. And she wasn't yelling or swearing. She actually maintained her composure quite well. But that little scream from Lucy, when I first heard it, it floored me. And there I held this little quivering little baby, completely helpless. And this baby hadn't done anything for me. As a matter of fact, this baby, sorry Lucy, but she'd probably had done a lot of bad things for us. That is like, lack of sleep, worry, all sorts of things that children give you, awful children. And yet, as I held this little child in my arms, I thought to myself, I would give my life for this kid. That's really weird, don't you think? Why in the world did that feeling just overwhelm me? I would die for this little thing that's just annoyingly yelling at me? And I think this is one of the major reasons why God has given us kids. To make us patient people. No. So that we would catch a glimpse of what the relationship that he has with us, what that glimpse is like, or how it feels to love someone unconditionally, even though that someone has given absolutely nothing. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with all sorts of the different loves in the world. There's the romantic love, then there's the sexual love, there's the friendship love, there's a family love. There are all different kinds of loves in the world. But one of the more profound loves is God love, and that's agape. You've probably heard that before, and I'm probably just preaching to the choir. But in Greek, it's agape, and that is love with no strings attached. And the only thing God wants from us, if you were to call it a string that is attached, is gratitude. he wants us to accept it and embrace it, which really isn't contingent based upon whether or not he's going to give it to us. He gives it to us regardless. So isn't that just an incredible metaphor? I love Lucy so much that I would give my life for her. She hasn't done anything to deserve it, to warrant it, and that love is not going anywhere.